everybody, welcome to my channel. You're watching Treasures Made from Yarn, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make these tiny little squares. And I think they are join as you go squares. So if you've seen my videos for a while, you know I am doing a Scrubby Sunday. So this particular project, I am making a dishcloth with this. But it doesn't mean that you are restricted to a dishcloth. You can make these squares probably into any project that you can think of. You can make it as a wearable, as a blanket, or maybe even as a bag. You can connect them to make, if you want to make this like the base, you can connect, 3D connect them kind of, so you can make them into a bag. They are a versatile little square. So I will show you how I'm making this. Like I said, for this particular project, we are making a dishcloth, and I am using We Love This yarn from Hobie. And if you see, I got this little pattern going on. I got the red, white, kind of like a red, white, and blue theme going on, though not quite white. So just so you know, we are playing yarn chicken because I thought I had more, but this is all I got left. But fortunately, I only need to make one more square, so we will show you how to make the square, starting off with the white. I'm using about a size G hook, or in this case, I'm using a G+. So, get started. You can either make a magic ring or a chain of 4 to make the ring. Actually, we're probably going to we are playing yarn chicken, so we're going to tuck this little end in as we go. So we're going to chain 4. And then we're going to slip stitch with the first stitch and make our ring. You can also do the magic, if you don't do the magic ring. Matter of fact, most of these squares were probably made using the magic ring. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going to put 12 little single crochets in here, and then we're going to try to hide this tail as we go, because the downfall of the little square project is that you're going to have a whole bunch of ends to sew in, and if we can hide this end, that's one less end we have to do. So that's one. Let's see if I can. Okay, I digress. We're going to try to find a stitch marker. Sometimes when you get so many that it kind of gets buried in there. I'm stitch marking the first one. I think this is one of the reasons I like a magic ring, because you can keep track. This little chain 4 ring, once I get so many, I think this first one always seems to get buried. So that's 1. To remind you, we're doing 12. And we're trying to tuck this little tail in as we go. That's 2, 3, 5. Alright, so we have our 12 single crochets in our little chain. So what we're going to do now is we're going to join with a slip stitch into the first chain. We're going to chain 1, and in that very same stitch, we're going to do another single crochet and single crochet in the next 2 single crochets, chain 2, and then we're going to do a single crochet in the next 3 single crochets, chain 2, single crochet in the next 3 single crochets, chain 2, single crochet in the next 3 single crochets, chain 2, and then we're back at the beginning and we are going to slip stitch with the first single crochet. Now to show you how to complete the first square, chain 1, single crochet in that same single crochet, single crochet in the next 2 single crochets, chain 2, single crochet in that chain 2 space, chain 2 again, single crochet in the next 3 single crochets, chain 2, single crochet in the chain 2 space, chain 2, single crochet in the next 3 single crochets, chain 2, single crochet in the chain 2 space, chain 2, single crochet in the next 3 single crochets, chain 2, single crochet in the chain 2 space, and finally we chain 2 and we're in a slip stitch with the first single crochet, and then we finish it off and that finishes your first square. But now I'm going to show you, we're going to join with the existing project. And to do that, I need to obviously I'm not going to use this there. I'm going to actually go back and tear back the several rows. I'm going to actually tear out this whole row again and show you again joining that. So I'll see if I can get you a little closer. All right, might be easier now. Probably should have had you a little bit closer last time, but now we're going to join as we go. So I'm going to, first of all, I am excited that I didn't run out of yarn with this, because I think this is going to be my last white one. I'll have a red one and a blue. All right, I digress. But to show you how to join, I'm gonna undo all this back to actually we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to, actually I probably went back further. So to join, at least we're going to join the 2 sides. We're going to, now if we look at our square, actually probably easier to look at the light one. The one we're going to join to. So obviously we have 2. The final round had 2 chain 2 spaces. So you got one that's closest to the outer edge, and you got one that's like closer to the center. So the most part, when we join these, we join with the ones where it's orientated into the center one and not the outer one. So when we join this square, we're going to join with the 2 chain 2 spaces that are closest to the center, and we're going to join also with this red one, which is also, we're going to go into the chain 2 spaces that are closest actually to the center where we're joining. Okay, so to recap the last round, at this point we started with the 3 single crochets, And we're going to complete this corner because that will represent nothing. This corner is not going to join with anything. So we will finish out that corner. So we did a chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the next 3. Alright, so the outer chain 2 space of the square is not going to join with anything, so we're just going to chain 2 and then single crochet into the chain 2 space, and now we're going to join with the center chain 2 space. So we're going to, in that case, we chain 1, we're going to slip stitch into the chain 2 space that is closest to the center. So we're going to slip stitch into that chain 2 space of the center square we're joining on the top, chain 1, single crochet into the next 3 single crochets. Now we're going to join with the center chain 2 space of the square we're joining with. So we chain 1, and we're going to join with the center chain 2 space of the square we're joining. Do a slip stitch into that space, chain 1, and we are going to single crochet into the chain 2 space. Now we have to join with this square, and if we turn it, make it easier. Now we're back, we want the center chain 2 space, so we chain 1 again, slip stitch into the center of this square we are joining, chain 1, and we're going to do a single crochet into the next 3 single crochets. And then we're going to join with the center. You see on this, I know we're going to darker color. We're going to join with the chain 2 in the center, chain 1, slip stitch into the center, the one closest to the center, chain 2 space, chain 1, slip stitch into the chain 2 space. So obviously now we got no more, we're not joining with any more squares. We're going to chain 2. And then we're at the end of the row. We are slip stitching in with this beginning for a single crochet. And did I just lose? Oh, there's my scissors. I almost lost my scissors. Okay, hopefully, there we are. There, hopefully that probably was the hardest part of the square, is joining them as you go. I can do it one more time with the red one, but slightly darker color. And I am excited. I did not run out. I had one yarn chicken. I was worried I was going to run out of that white, because I don't need any more white for this dishcloth anymore. So yeah, I'll do one more to the point where it's for time to join, and then I will join one more time. I'm going to show you one more time. So obviously, to keep the pattern, I am doing the red one next. And I thought I would show you again, joining you, ready to show you how we join, so you kind of help understand. So we are finished. We finished. We're ready to start the third row. So I'm going to do one corner like normal. So we had chained 1 already. Single crochet into the next 3 single crochets, chain 1, and then we're going to make this first corner like normal. So, oh, we chain 2. Did I chain 2? Chain 2. Single crochet in the chain 2 space. Chain 2. And 1 single crochet into the next 3 single crochets. Chain 2. Single crochet into the chain 2 space. And now we're ready to join the square in here. Chain 1, and in the center or middle chain 2 space, not the outer one, but the middle one, we are going to do a slip stitch. Yarn splitting, chain 1, and single crochet into the chain 2 space. Nope, I want to take that back. Chain 1 and single crochet into the next 3 single crochets. Chain 1, and then we're going to join with the other center chain 2 space, which is right there. We're going to do a slip stitch. Actually, if you think about it, it's the only one that was available. The other one was already joined. So chain 1, slip stitch, or single crochet into the chain 2 space. Chain 1. And now, it's the turn we're going to join with this other square. And we find the center single crochet. Slip stitch into that one. Chain 1, single crochet into the next 3 single crochets. Chain 1. Again, we're going to join by doing a slip stitch into the middle single crochet, or in the middle chain 2 space, sorry. Chain 1, single crochet into that chain 2 space. Easy turn of work. Chain 2. Now we're going to join with our first single crochet. And we're going to finish off. That's it for that square. Like I said, again, the downside is that we got ends to tail end. That's why it's best sometimes to tuck the first tail in. That way that's one less tail to do. So I got one more square left. That is in the blue. And I realized I did want to maybe show you, I showed you how to do the chain 4 to make the ring. But I can show you how to do it with the magic ring. And then how to tuck that tail in. So instead of a chain 4, you can make a magic ring. So I chain 1, and 12 single crochets into the magic ring. Okay, so we got 12 in, and I pulled obviously your ring shut. Slip stitch, now probably easier to see, as our first slip stitch into our first stitch, our first chain. So I'm trying to still pull that tight. Chain 1, and then we'll do, and then trying to keep this tail tucked in, single crochet into that same stitch we joined with, and then one in the next two, and then we are again keeping our tail in as we go. Chain 2, yeah, see, sometimes I don't like the magic ring, my little hole gets bigger. Thus over, if you want to, you can not tuck this end, and when you sew this end in, you can pull that hole a little tighter. Or I might use the outer tail to help close up this hole a little more. Okay, so I am going to proceed on finishing the square. So you see that I am tucking this tail in as I go. Finish this up, and then I will show you the end result of this dishcloth. So that is my dishcloth. I have to finish off my ends. So now I'm trying to think of a border, so I think I'm going to do a single crochet chain 3 border, and I'm going to start, and we'll see how that works. So I'm going to actually pick one of our chain 2 spaces in the corner. I'm going to do a single crochet in that, chain 3. I started in the center, chain 2 space. I'm going to skip one single crochet and one single crochet into the next stitch. We are going to chain 3. And I'm going to skip the next single crochet and then single crochet into the next chain 2 space, chain 3. And I think this is what I'm trying to think. Okay, so we're going to go into the next chain 2 space. So we skipped the middle single crochet and went to the chain 2 space, chain 3. Then I'm going into where we saw where they're joining, so I'm going to go into the square chain 2 space that was in that square. Do a single crochet, chain 3, and then I'm going to go into the next chain 2 space. With a single crochet. Alright, we will see how that, we're going to do a little more of that. I'm not sure how I feel about this border yet. Chain. You might not need to chain that many chain 3s. We just might need to chain 1. I don't know. Chain. Or maybe we'll just do a slip stitch. But anyway, actually chain 3. We did, actually I did went into the next chain 2 space. I think we're just going to repeat that around. It says we'll see how that looks when we're done. Now we'll get back with you. Alright, I am back. I think I am liking the single crochet border better. So now I will show you how we're doing that. So now I've approached a corner. So it's pretty, and so in the corner there is that single crochet that was between the 2 chain 2 spaces. It's a corner, so we're going to do 3 single crochets in that corner. And it's like almost 1 single crochet for every stitch and every chain 2 space. So in this chain 2 space, we're only doing 1 single crochet. 1 single crochet for every one. I think this is one where I had finished an end, so that might be hard to find. So I have 1 single crochet in every single crochet. As we that transition between squares, so we're going to do 1 single crochet into the chain 2 space, 1 single crochet into this single crochet, one single crochet in one of the joining corner spaces. So we're going to do 1 single crochet in the one in this blue one, and then we're going to do one in the joining one in this white one, and that's how we're going to proceed across. And again, 1 single crochet in a single crochet, and 1 single crochet in the chain 2 space. That's how you can tell. Yeah, it might be a little hard when we finish the end. So there is a single crochet there, single crochet, and everything. So, all right, we're going to proceed that way around. And I will get back with you when I am finished. Yeah, liking that better. Alright, there we have it. Like I said, you can do this border, the single crochet border, or do the chain 3 border on that. But yeah, like I said, the possibilities of projects you can do with this are endless. Actually, I have the written tutorial originally many years ago, which is just the headband, which is just a row of these to make the headband. I've also done a baby hat with this. That's where you would join. Okay, if you were not that, you would like join these 2 squares and kind of make it 3D, make it like a hat, or that's like I said, you can do many things. You can make bags with this, and wearables, or whatever. In this case, this is going to be a dishcloth. Overall, like how that turned out. So, that is it for this little square tutorial. If you did like this video, please give it a like. Want to see more content like this, please subscribe to my channel. And I want to thank you always for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye now.